with Daystorm, King Batch, and Amanda Cerny, who were pretty big influencers.
Yes.
And we ended up, I brought them on board. Daystorm actually came up with the name Zeus. We were strategizing and talking about different names.
But you did have partners. She did have partners. What happened to them niggas?
You tell me.
Man, I'll Google this shit. Stop it, man. King Bach. Yeah. So King Bach, Amanda Cerny. That's what I was like.
My thing was when I launched the network. I created Zeus. I ended up investing my own capital. They didn't put in any money. They didn't do anything.
Do y'all remember the Jamie Foxx comedy stand-up special, I Might Need Security? Well, that ain't the case for this young rich brother. Ain't no might need security, he will need security. And that's exactly what he got, security. And he never leaves the house without his social security card. Keeping your face card good out here in these streets is a life skill that we all need to have. Especially if you ugly, because you already got ugly working against you. You don't want people saying you ugly and shady. You want people saying you ugly and a great person. So keep your face card good, play your cards right. This young rich brother don't give a damn about his face card, he just care about the money. D-Storm pulled out hella receipts, text messages, interviews, articles, and a timeline that would solidify the shady works of this young rich brother. When D-Storm was breaking down all the work that he put in from recruiting, editing, creating, putting up his own money, and utilizing his own industry connections to the utmost extent, and he didn't get a dime, I'll be damned. It sound like to me he ain't bring nothing but growth and opportunity to your platform. Or should I say, y'all platform? Because the receipts are undeniable. You see, the downfall of this young rich brother's face card going completely sour all started out with a lawsuit. A lawsuit that got the fans chirping. And the main thing they was chirping about, Zeus has other co-founders. I'll be damned. D-Storm, Amanda Cerny, and the yellow man with the knee afro. Social media went crazy. Questions was being asked and they was being answered. Not sure where all this is coming from all of a sudden, but yes, I am one of the handful owners of the Zeus network. And no, my lifestyle does not reflect my significant equity, as I have not received any income from Zeus since coming up with the name for the platform in 2018. Now, from the looks of that post makes this young rich brother look like he been conducting bad business, and he ain't like that too much, so he had to clap back. He called that girl a fraud, said she be lying, said she be buying all her followers. She get all her dresses from a flea market boutique. Her hair ain't never done. All her Jordans fake as hell. Her feet crusty as hell. He was letting her have it. And then after cooking her up like a pot of lima beans and pigtails, he offered her a job. Now that's cold-hearted with a little sprinkle of humanity. He thought the clapback was gonna work in his favor, but it didn't. It actually got worse. Because after he said that to Amanda Cerny, D-Storm took that microphone from Amanda and said, I got this. This man had more receipts than the independent business owner filing his taxes.
See, Plummer or Lemon Pepper as y'all call him.
Who in the hell is calling this man Lemon Pepper? I'll be damned.
Is up on X spewing lies. But let me tell you something. Never trust tweets, only trust receipts. I'm about to break down for you the entire situation when it comes to Zeus ownership. I get a call from a good friend of mine, Lemuel Morris. Congrats on your Emmy, by the way, my brother. Lemuel tells me that he has a colleague named Plummer who wants to meet with me about starting a social network. His pitch was he wanted to start a black Netflix for influencers and call it the Social Network, which was already a Facebook movie, by the way.
He threw that Facebook reference in there to show y'all this man don't have a creative bone in his goddamn body.
He offered me a good amount of equity in the company and said he was going to look out for Lemuel for connecting us. He never looked out for Lemuel.
Yeah, he left out the part where he screwed me out of equity for setting up the intros. I'll be damned.
Now, at the time, I had the biggest series on the internet called the Cart Series.
Wait, baby, don't do that, no.
Had over 500 million views. It was nominated for an Emmy, 4 Streamies, winning 2. Then Lemmy asked me, are there any other influencers I could bring on as partners, because we needed some heavy hitters in social media for this thing to work.
Recruiting. This man was out here recruiting, getting his LeBron James on, putting together a super team, a social media justice league.
I said, how about I reach out to another longtime friend of mine, King Batch. He had the numbers. Lemmy agreed. Batch agreed to join. Lemmy said we need one more partner, some diversity. So Batch reached out to Jake Paul, but Jake was working on another project and said, I'll at least give y'all an episode on round 1.
Welcome to the Taj Mahal.
Then Batch said, what about another good friend of ours, Amanda Cerny? She was getting millions of views, making millions of dollars off of brand deals. We all agreed. Now at this point, I broke down my equity so myself, Batch, and Amanda could have even equity across the board, and we all became co-founders.
I met with Daystorm, King Batch, and Amanda Cerny, who were pretty big influencers influencers.
Yes.
And we ended up, I brought them on board.
Lemmy was supposed to be behind the scenes as the CEO, and the three of us were to be the face of the network, myself as the president. In the coming weeks, we started a group chat, and the founders came up with a new name for the social network. Some of the names was trash.
I wonder who came up with the trash names. Was it Lemon Pepper? Was Lemon Pepper the guy that was coming up with the trash names?
Then one day I thought, wait, Nike was a Greek god. They were successful with their shoe and apparel line. Why don't we name ourselves after a Greek god? Let's be Zeus. So then Amanda's like, I had a dog named Zeus. Shoot, I like it.
Daystorm actually came up with the name Zeus. We were strategizing and talking about different names.
Yeah, he must have forgot about this interview alongside with the articles and text messages. Or he probably just don't give a damn. Money will make you do that.
So then became the Zeus Network. In our operating agreement, Lemmy's job was to put up the money for the first round of content, which he'd get back soon as we launched. Myself, Batch, and Amanda's job was to use our audience and our face and our likeness to blow up the company and give it a legitimate name. Lemmy's like, look guys, I'm a nobody, and you guys have the influence and celebrity to make this work.
Did you peep the Lemon Pepper impression? Very sassy, very zesty. He's trying to say that Lemon Pepper is a very sassy and zesty man. I'll be damned.
So that summer, we went hard as hell.
Zeus just came out today. You on this nigga, you gonna die. At what point did you hear me say Zeus, man?
When you looked at
Is
me
this
and said
permanent?
Zeus?
My job was also to go out and find as many creators as possible so that we could have enough content to live on the platform when it launched.
Listen to all this clout, growth, and opportunity he was bringing to the platform. This is the type of man that you want on your team.
To drive the necessary traffic to the platform, the flagship shows would be Batch, Amanda, and I also agreed to put season 2 of Caught onto Zeus. Shit, I even called in a favor from Uncle Snoop to pop up in the series, and he looked out for me.
That tears apart.
Strike one. You've been watching too much Zeus, nephew.
And then we spoke to 25 other creators who are also friends of ours and told them we'll give them a free series on Zeus if they promote the app. Let me promise all of them that they would get a percentage of the subscriptions. They didn't get a dime.
When you don't give a damn about your face card, then you're not going to give a damn about other people's face card. He was messing up D-Storm's face card. Like, damn, bro, this the type of business that you bringing to my table? And D-Storm probably like, nah, man, it ain't me. It's Lemon Pepper.
So approaching the launch of Zeus, Lemmy calls me up crying, talking about the whole network about to go under because I ran out of money. I physically went into the office that entire summer and edited 4 series for Zeus.
Listen to the work ethic. Listen to the dedication. He could have spent that summer living a vida loca, but he spent it in the office editing videos. And then he put up his own money because apparently Lemon Pepper ain't have the funds to do it. Well, I'll be damned.
Then I put up $135,000 of my own money paying for Bad Escorts, Caught Season 2, and 4 other creative series. Now, bear in mind, contractually, we weren't supposed to put up any money. But let me say, I'm going to pay you back as soon as Zeus launches and we're profitable.
Well, Zeus did launch. It been launched, and it been profitable. This man looked DJ Academics dead in his face and said, they did nothing. I can't believe this.
Now, every show on Zeus has music in the background, but keep in mind, we had no more budget for music. So I called in another favor from my good friend Tommy Brown and Franks, and I said, yo, we need beats for Zeus. They done produced everything from Ariana Grande to Justin Bieber. Tommy gave us over 1,000 beats with a promise from Lemmy that they'd get paid back once Zeus was profitable. They never got paid.
Lemmy, what is the timeline on the following payments? $5,000 still owed for Ciroc. The compensation for Tommy Brown, he's been asking about it. $5,000 reimbursement for the first Zeus launch party. $70,000 for production of Bad Escorts. $30,000 for production of Caught Season 2. $7,500 for the Tonio show. And he was willing to take the L on the man that was wasted on editing all those videos. D-Storm, let's jump on call to discuss. Let me know when you're available. Now, you know when it comes to availability, people stay available to get their money. This man ain't trying to pay no goddamn body.
We understood that Zeus couldn't just be successful in social media, and we needed a partner in traditional media. So I talked to my boy Fonz, and he links me with Tiffany, who works at SAG-AFTRA. Zeus ended up signing a historic deal as the first social platform to partner with SAG-AFTRA. And because of this partnership, I was also able to get a lot of the creators and actors their SAG card because they had shows and series on Zeus. And let me end up stabbing SAG-AFTRA in the back, by the way. This is why I say don't trust tweets, only trust receipts. Let's keep it going. Now, since Zeus was a new platform and app, there was a lot of bugs that needed fixing. Now, our original tech partner, Nick, warned Lemmy that there was going to be some bugs and problems on launch day, but Lemmy ain't listen for shit. With his Napoleon complex, him and Nick used to get into it. So we throw this big ass launch party in LA. We had ice sculptures, DJs, red carpet, big screens. Amanda bit the bullet and did this big ass deal with Diageo for half her rate so we could have Ciroc as a sponsor. We was in it.
It came together. We're doing our pre-launch party, so coming out July 13th. I'm super stoked.
On launch day, all the creators who had a show on the platform promoted the hell out of Zeus, and over 45,000 people joined the platform that day. So now we on Easy Street. Until the next day, we get a call from our tech partner, Nick, who said there was a glitch in the system and everybody got into Zeus for free. We had to boot everybody out of Zeus and ask them to rejoin for the subscription price. And if you know anything about people, they ain't paying for shit after they got it for free.
And that's exactly what happened to Lemon Pepper. D-Storm did all this for him for free. What I look like paying for something I already got. I got the man hours. I got the content. I got the subscriptions. I ain't giving this man a dime.
Now Lemmy controlled all the money at Zeus.
Lemon Pepper controlled all the money at Zeus, so all the money coming in was going straight to his bank account. How in the hell did y'all let that happen? Like, nah, bro, we need to get these direct deposits situated. Oh yeah, he finessed y'all on a bit scale.
And at this point, myself, Batch, and Amanda were pushed out while Lemmy's taking these interviews acting like he did it all by himself.
But you did have partners. She did have partners. What happened to them niggas?
You tell me.
Man, I'll Google this shit. Stop it, man. No, I remember seeing them.
You tell me.
So you bought them out, right?
You tell me what happened to these guys.
No, King Bach. Yeah. So King Bach, Amanda Cerny. That's what I was like. That's when they were lit.
Yeah, like I said, I created Zeus. I ended up investing my own capital. They didn't put in any money. They didn't do anything.
He seized all the Zeus accounts, got himself all this heavy security, and started spewing lies.
I thought they would bring some value, bring some money to the table, and do their thing, and they did.
Let me tell you something. Anybody who needs that kind of security is either super famous or did a lot of people dirty.
Like I said in the beginning of the video, he will need security, and he got security. He don't even leave the house without a social security card. You see, when somebody got this many receipts on you, your best bet is to sit in the corner and be quiet and not be seen or heard, because the last thing you want is that spotlight on you. And also try your best to make things right behind closed doors. You don't want something like this to go public, because once it goes public, it's going to hurt your business. When that face card goes on a decline, the support goes with it. If I get fronted 7 grams of collard greens and I told bruh I'ma pay him back next Friday, but next Friday turned into next month, 9 times out of 10 he ain't gonna front me no more. He gonna want his cash up front. My face card is bad with him now, and the crazy thing about having a bad face card, it spreads. I was dating this one chick. I cheated on her, so she broke up with me. So then I called myself trying to date her homegirl. Her homegirl got the nerve to tell me, oh nah, I heard you be cheating. You see what I mean? Your face card is everything. This rich young brother don't like to pay people, but I can bet good money he paying them security guards. Oh yeah, he need them. And as far as this lawsuit goes, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but if you getting letters from the IRS demanding that you pay taxes on the business that's claiming that you're a co-founder, a federal document like that is really all you need to win the lawsuit. But that's just me guessing though. I hope everybody end up getting the money that they rightfully deserve, especially D-Storm, all that work he put in.